Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of your virtual summer learning event. This week we're going to be making paper airplanes. You need to look in your kit and find your book, How to Make Paper Airplanes. Now you may have already read this with your teacher, and if so, that's great. Let's use this book to make a paper airplane. So we're going to follow the instructions in the book, How to Make a Paper Airplane. And our airplane will look just like this one when we're done. So let's see. It gives us the steps. On the first page, it says start with a piece of printer paper, and that is what I have here. Just one like you have in your kit. This should have been in the back of your folder. I think I gave you 10 pieces a piece, so you have a couple. You can make an extra airplane when you've learned how to do this. First thing we need to do is start with a full piece of printer paper, and we're going to hold it the long way, not the short way, but the long way. So I'm going to put it right down here on my work mat. The next thing we need to do is we need to fold it a third. Now this is a whole. We need to figure out how to divide this into 1, 2, 3 pieces because we need to fold on the third line. And one easy way to do that is to just kind of take your paper and roll it over, kind of like this. And then you're just going to keep kind of squishing it together until you find where that third is. And then you can make your crease. The other way you could do it is you can measure it. I have my ruler here. My paper is 11 inches long. If I were to divide 11 by 3, I would get what number? 11 divided by 3. That's kind of a tough one. So I know it is going to be, I believe, 9 3/4. So let's see. Or 3 3/4 is going to be where I need to make my fold, which is going to be right here. Okay? I'm going to fold over my third, and I can double check my measurement real quick. Now when you're making your folds, make sure you're lining up all your edges and your corners, and make sure you make a nice crease. Use your finger and mash that down. Make a nice crease there. Okay, so we've got our third. Next, we're going to take the top left corner, this one up here that we just folded over, and we are going to fold it in to meet the line that we have here on the other piece, this piece right here. So we're going to fold it in. So this isn't quite halfway. Again, I'm going to make sure I make a nice crease there, and now I've made a triangle on this side. And then I'm going to have to do that, it says, on the other side. Do the same with the top right corner. Fold it down to the piece of paper edge right here. Now as you notice, it doesn't come all the way to the middle. I've got this nice straight line here. Okay? And we're going to go to our next page. Let's get this over so you can see it. It says we're going to take this, and it should overlap the bottom of the triangle about the width of your finger. Okay? I'm going to bring this piece, this top, down, and I want to be about the width of my finger. From this line to this line, it should be about the width of my finger. My finger is a little bigger than probably yours, so mine's going to come down a little further. Again, we need to make a nice crease there. Make sure you're mashing these down. Okay, so your paper should look like this. Okay. Okay, next page says to fold this little flap, this finger's width, up. Okay? And we're going to make it match the line here, our paper edge here. So we're going to fold it up just like that. Oh, I'm wrong. We're going to fold it under Oh, see, I didn't read. Fold it under the bottom. This keeps the nose in place. So we're going to fold this under. I've got my crease there, so that might make it a little easier. Fold it under, and we're going to tuck it under these other pieces of paper. Tuck it right under there and make your nice crease. And the reason we're doing that is it's going to hold that all together so it doesn't come apart while we're flying it. So I've made like a pocket. Can you see that? I've folded that under and in. So I've made a pocket. Now we need to take this whole piece and we're going to fold it over in half. Okay? And we're going to make sure that everything lines up. Match all your corners, all your edges, so that everything lines up. We don't want a crooked flying airplane. And this one's going to be a little harder to fold because we have a lot of thicknesses in here. So take your time, make a nice crease right there. Again. Now these are going to be our wings. You see that? It's going to be our wings. All right. The next thing we need to do is fold the wings out and press them down. So we're going to fold right about here, about another finger's width. Right here, we're going to fold this one back. Just like this. Okay. And again, you've got a lot of pieces of paper here. So we want to make sure we're making it nice and straight. And then we're getting a good crease. So mash that down good. And you can go over your other edges too. Then we have this shape. So now we need to match this fold on this side. So we'll lay it over and we're going to fold this one back the same way so it matches. Now if I'm going too fast for you, you have the book right in front of you and it will take you through these steps step by step. And again, I'm mashing it down really good. I want nice tight edges. I don't want my plane falling apart during flight. All right, now we have two wings. We have a left wing and we have a right wing. And I guess you would call this the body of the plane. Okay. Our next page, we need to fold up these outside edges to help build our wing structure. So we are going to fold these up. And it says about a finger's width. My finger's kind of big, so I'm going to do mine just a tad smaller, but I'm just folding it over about the width of your finger. Now these can be adjusted later if you want to change the way your plane flies. Okay, so now they're folded over like that, but I need to lift them up. So I'm going to kind of open those folds up a little bit. Can you see that? So I've opened those folds up. Now I have a pretty cool looking plane. All right. Now, you want to make sure that your plane, so when you pick it up, it's going to look kind of like this. You want to kind of push these back up a little bit, your wings, so that your plane is pretty flat. You see how mine's pretty flat across here? And that's going to help it fly, okay? Now you've made your plane. Now the best way to fly these is to hold it right about here, right where all those pieces of paper come together. And you're going to make sure when you fly this that you throw it kind of up in the air, up in the air. And I'd like for you to get outside or in a big room in your house, try flying this. And then I want you to post back into your Google Classroom how your plane flew. Did it go straight or did it do loops? Did it do a nosedive? And if it is doing some of those things and you want it to do something else, see if you can adjust the wings in any way, maybe change the size of these, or where you might hold it when you throw it to see if it has any effect on how the plane flies. I hope you have fun with this. I'm glad you've joined us for our virtual learning event this year, and we look forward to seeing you again next year, hopefully in person. And have some fun with your paper airplane today. I'm going to follow this video up with an additional showing of a lot of different types of paper airplanes. I actually bought this kit on Amazon, and it's really cool. It comes with a really neat guide, and it's called Paper Airplane Kit. There are 100 unique planes, and it comes with a book that tells you all about paper airplanes. These are all the different types of planes you can fold. It gives you a lot of information about paper airplanes, how they started and why, and how important they were to the actual introduction of real airplanes. So paper airplanes have been used over the course of history to help design real airplanes. And then it goes through a variety of different types of planes that you can construct. And what's really neat about this kit is it comes with a lot of paper. And these papers have lines on them so that you can see exactly where to make your folds. So I'll fold a few of these and fly them so you can see what they look like as well.